So let's not bury the lead. There's a white Black Panther right now, y'all. At least in the near future of the Marvel universe. Joe Quesada teamed up with Christopher Priest to write this a new Marvel Knights thing called The World to Come. It supposedly takes what I want to say it's a few decades, like 4 or 5 decades I think that's about right, 4 or 5 decades in the future of the Marvel universe. And the first issue ended with a white Black Panther. So all of those memes and all of those chuds that were talking about Ryan Gosling being Black Panther came true. Now, I ain't read this, so I'm not going to speak to what actually happened in the issue. I did not read this. I just want to talk about it from the perspective of how the fandom is reacting to this. And also, is this a troll? Is this feeding the trolls? What's happening here? What do you think, Polly?
I have no idea because I didn't read it either. It's kind of weird, and I don't know. I felt like when I saw it initially, I thought that it was like taken out of context, and there's something going on that you really need to know the story to even talk about it. So I didn't, and I might check it out later when it gets like to be unlimited or something. I might check it out. I might see what's up. But until I do that, I'll keep my thoughts to myself.
It feels like a troll. I'm not even gonna lie.
It does.
Especially with the way certain segments of the fandom are reacting. They're acting like, how does it feel now? Now that one of your characters is getting replaced, and I'm like, most of us are just like, all right, we're just gonna see where this is going.
Yeah. But also, I don't know. It depends because a lot of times, Marvel is announcing something like that. In general, announcing something, and then they don't really go through with this announcement. So it's kind of like a bait and switch, and they do that a lot.
Oh, it's a definite bait and switch.
Yeah.
I know for sure, and I'm not the writer or anything, but this is definitely a direct response to all of the bullshit that people have been saying for years about race swapping characters. This Christopher Priest, say what you will about him. If you've ever read any of his Black Panther, and I've only read about 12 issues of his Black Panther run, the motherfucker rubs your nose in the shit he's in, like the themes and shit he's saying. This is a direct, like all the chuds that are crowing about this. Trust me, he is rubbing your nose in your own shit. You just don't realize it yet. He's about to get you. So I remain open minded about this. Like I'm more bothered by it, by the fact that it's throwing chum to the idiots, and they're gonna live on this for a little while.
Kind of, yeah. It kind of feels like this part of the fandom is the part that you should rather ignore, and you shouldn't get into a conversation with them through this means. But okay, like you do you. But whenever writers try to get into this, well, let's call it conversation with this particular fandom segment, it doesn't necessarily turn out well. Yeah, narratively and creatively, it kind of loses its way and becomes just making fun of them, which is fun and all, but it's not good writing and not what the story should be about.
Yeah, does it serve the character? I again don't know much. I'm gonna remain open-minded, and I'm just gonna keep an eye on this. So, well, you know what? We'll keep an eye on the way this proceeds over the next few months. Cause I think it's a limited series. We'll see how it turns out. I'll let you guys know how we feel then.